Morning, everybody. I'm Jerry Harris, and I am here with offensive coordinator Justin Palmer because Coach Hardy has bailed.
Yes, sir. He's on his way to Knoxville to watch Tennessee and Florida play, and even though I'm not a Tennessee fan, I hope they win since he's on his way up there.
Tell these people why you're not a Tennessee fan.
I'm from Alabama, so I'm not one of the bandwagon fans. I'm actually from down there, so.
Well, you just made a bunch of people happy, though.
Yes, sir.
There's a bunch of Alabama fans in Tennessee.
That's good.
I'm for Alabama as long as they're not playing Tennessee.
Okay. All right.
But if they're playing Tennessee, I got news for you.
I understand that.
I tell you what, let's take a commercial break, and then we'll be right back and start in last night's game.
What if you could find peace of mind with Got Your Back Checking? Discover Ascend's Preferred Checking, where rewards and security are the key to a balanced financial future. Earn cash back on purchases at your favorite retailers. Plus, our ID theft protection, card patrol, and extra security mean your finances stay safe and sound. Open or upgrade to an Ascend Preferred Checking account and see what's possible.
As a 5-star rated bank with locations in Bedford and Moore counties, First Community Bank has been the bank of choice for over 25 years for both families and businesses. Customers openly place their faith in the leadership of the bank that provides multiple services, each designed to provide solutions for the needs of every customer. Services like mobile banking is just one example.
I just bought a horse with mobile banking.
When asked what customers like best about First Community Bank, they answered.
I like the service here and I like the people.
The professional service that they give us down here.
They support youth sports.
Community-oriented and customer-minded, the solution to all of your banking needs is a short ride or a simple phone call away. Take that first step to a community-minded bank. Call 931-684-5800 or stop by one of their locations today. First Community Bank, a community leader.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
31W Insulation offers custom-look garage doors to enhance the appearance of your home. These are beautiful, durable, and energy-efficient doors. Give your home the fresh, classic, distinctive look it deserves. From rural to rustic artistry, 31W Insulation has what you're looking for. Visit us online at 31W.com to see how we can make beautiful and affordable improvements to your home.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Okay, Justin, did y'all have as tough a game as you predicted you would have?
Yes, sir. We expected it to be a difficult game with Franklin County. It's always a tough game. I've been here 4 years now, and we've had some good battles with Franklin County since I've been here, and I know traditionally it's a big-time game for Shelbyville. Been playing each other since, I believe, 1969. I believe I read that yesterday. We knew it was going to be a tough game. They got the ball first here. They came out in a little something different than what we were expecting. They're usually a wing T team. They came out in an I formation look. Took us a little while to adjust to it, but we finally did adjust to it.
Well, were they as physical on the line as you thought they'd be?
They were very physical. That's always an adjustment time early in the game, is figuring out how physical they are, and and then making our adjustment to it. And the speed of the game is always different once you get in the actual game. They hit a big play there, scored on us. Only took them a couple minutes, so now we're going to get the ball, and we're just telling our guys here, just relax, stay calm. Now we have to respond. Mason Cunningham's our quarterback, starting off the game. Give it to Michael Eddings there. He busts a long run. He ran physical all night. Operating out of the no huddle here, Mason does a really good job of getting everybody lined up, getting the plays called.
I tell you what, when you got a running back that runs physical, you've got an edge right there.
Yes, sir. He ran hard. He's run hard all year and getting better and better every week. Here's a third down, third and about 12 here. We knew that we could take advantage throwing some in the flats. Got close to the first down. We're going for it on fourth here. This just ends up being an outstanding run by Mason. He kind of improvises here. The pass, what we were looking for, it wasn't there. Had a busted assignment on the end there, and he makes a heck of a run for a touchdown.
You come back now, you've responded.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what we wanted to see right there. It's never good when the team goes down and scores, but it's how you respond to it. It's what's going to make the difference in the game. Noah Mason here, he handles our kickoff duties. He's done a great job this year.
I noticed a lot of gang tackling there.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Good.
Yes, sir. Coach Barsh, our special teams coordinator, he's big on that. Everybody rallying to the ball. O.J. Davis there in on the tackle. Again, several others. We play a lot of kids both ways. He's one of them up front. There's a lot of kids. Luke Zahorian, Anthony Lentz there on the tackle.
You're talking about that big 58?
Yes, sir. That's Anthony Lentz. He actually started at left tackle for us. Our left tackle, Zach Burns, is out for the season with a shoulder injury, and Anthony's having to play both ways. He did a great job last night.
He's a good-sized boy.
Force him to punt here. We'll get the ball back. Again, we want to drive it down there and score. Start with a 4-receiver set here, just trying to get Michael Eddings, number 3, try to get him the ball out in space as many times as we can. Franklin County does a good job there. He has to bounce it, and they've got people there waiting on him. Again, we have a third down play right here. Did a great job on third down conversions last night. I believe we were 5 for 9. We didn't have a whole lot of third down opportunities, but we converted them when we had it. Jacob Davidson there, he made a great catch, just got to the sticks. Threw it to him. He got hit a little early, but he did make the catch. It was a big play for us. There again, Mason throwing to Marcus Bryson, a senior, one of the hardest workers on our team. The offensive line did a great job last night. I believe we had 370, somewhere around there, rushing yards. So anytime you rush for that many, the offensive line's doing a great job. Another good push there by the offensive line.
Tell you what, when you got a bull that you can run at fullback, helps a lot too, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. We've got, I believe 3 really good running backs, and Michael Eddings, Tyler Bailey, and Jamal Harden. And then we'll run number 1 there, Sente Muse. We'll give him the ball some carries too. He's a good receiver. We just have a lot of talented skill players that we want to get them all touches. I believe we had 7 different receivers catch passes last night, so anytime you're that deep, it just makes your team that much better. Great push by the O-line, great second effort by Michael there to get into the end zone.
You know, it seems like right now you're playing more consistent than you were earlier in the year.
Oh, I agree with that 100%. I think we've kind of found a rhythm on offense and defensively. Once we get going, we do a great job there too. Number 28 for Franklin County ran that kickoff all the way back. He is a outstanding player. He's one of the best players in the district, I think. And he's their Mr. Everything. He kicks off, cornerback, running back, kick return, punt return. He does everything for them. They were onside kicking it every chance they got. We did a great job last night. We were kind of expecting that. People have started doing that on us a lot, so we were ready for that. Coach Barsh, again, our special teams coordinator, does a great job of having the guys prepared there. Marcus Bryson fielding that one there. Again, Michael Eddings on the carry. I believe he had 20 carries, 212 yards. Had a great game.
He is a good football player, and you're not going to arm tackle him. You better hit him low and hit him hard.
You are exactly right. And calling the plays, I know if I have a touch chart. If I don't get him enough touches, I'm not doing my job because he's a great player. Mason scrambles out right there, makes a great throw to Trayvon Smith on the run. They both took big hits. Mason delivered the football, and Trayvon was able to hang on to the catch.
14-14 at the end of the first quarter.
Yes, sir. Very good first quarter. Went by pretty fast also. Tyler Bailey in now at running back. He's been out for a little while with a broken wrist. He's finally back. He's played the last 2-3 weeks, I believe, but just now kind of getting back into it. We're really happy to have him back playing. He's a really good kid and a very good football player. Our offensive line, left to right, be Anthony Lentz, left tackle, Trevin Bailey, left guard, Trey Kelso at center, Trevor Tribe at right guard, and there goes a touchdown right there by Bailey. He does a great job. He comes in there and gives Michael some breaks, but he's a good running back in his own right, and it was Jake Patterson at right tackle. Let me finish that right there.
I'll tell you what, a couple of times it looks like your offensive line is taking the defensive line to the bus. They're backing them up so far.
They do. They did a fantastic job last night. And like I said, anytime you rush for 370 yards, you know the offensive line is doing a great job. There goes number 28 again for Franklin County. He's a very good player.
Looks like he's got some speed.
He does.
With him that he can.
He does. They have several good running backs. There, they hit us on the trap there. So another good play by them. I believe that one got brought back by a holding call. There you see us, we're rallying to the ball, doing a good job of getting, Coach Turnbow says he wants 11 people, 11 gold hats around the football, and most of the time on defense he gets that.
Well, for the most part, they're holding their own pretty solid.
Yes, sir. They do a little shifting here. So nice tackle on the outside by our defensive backs. This is a fourth down. We bring everybody up the middle there, and they make a good play call and get it on the outside. That's just one of those things where, take a risk by running that play, but it paid off for them. believe we got a hand on that one, and it hit the crossbar there. So that was big. That's a big momentum swing anytime you can do that. Another good job there by our special teams of getting the onside kick. Started off throwing to O.J. Davis there. He's been a good player for us. Try to stay balanced as best we can on offense. And it's easy to do that when you got a quarterback and receivers like we do. There's Jamal Harden. He's a sophomore. We think a lot of him. Tried to get him involved early in the game, get him some touches. We think he's going to be a real good player for us down the line.
Well, it took two of them to bring him down then. They had him by the leg.
He's a big, strong kid. There again, throwing to O.J. Davis. Chris McLean in now at receiver, number 11. Try to rotate guys quite a bit on the outside since we have so many people having to play both ways. There goes Jamal again right there, running hard.
I'm impressed with that kid.
We do. We think a lot of him. He played quite a bit early in the season. Big catch there by Chris McLean on a 3rd and 8. He got to the sticks and made a good catch there. I'm confident in all of our guys when we throw the football to them. There's Mason on a little read option play. He does a good job of reading their defensive end, and if they don't stay at home like they're supposed to, we'll keep it and run it. Chris McLean with a great block there to spring Sente Muse on a little quick screen. Coach Thompson, our receivers coach, he takes a lot of pride in how well our receivers block, and they do a great job of blocking. There goes Michael Eddings again. Offensive line again did a great job. Michael gets into the end zone. Micah Thompson with the extra point there. And Jacob Davidson, who plays receiver and safety, he's our snapper. That's a huge part of the game, the special teams aspect there.
You know, from what I'm seeing, you have a lot of 11-man unselfish play.
Yes, sir.
That they're playing as a unit, and that's what wins football games.
Yes, sir. We preach that to our kids. We think they believe in it. I tell them before the games, I want to see them celebrate. Not to go overboard, but when they score, I want to see them celebrating with their teammates, because that's what this sport's about, is that brotherhood and being together out there on the field. Great tackle there by Tyler Bailey. Like I said earlier, so great to have him back on the team. He's kind of our Mr. Everything. He plays a lot of different positions, special teams guy, does a lot of stuff for us. Marcus Bryson in coverage there, forces a high throw. They've kind of gone back to their double wing set out of the eye. Sente Muse with a big hit there. He's another one that's a very good player on both sides of the ball.
He made that guy say, "Who dat?" He clicked him pretty good.
Luke Zahorian there with some pressure. Here's, I think there's about 45 seconds left before halftime. We bring the block on, and the guy just kind of mistimes his jump there and ends up running into the kicker, so they get an automatic first down. Then they move the ball on us a little bit here. We need to come up with a stop. We just don't need to let them get in the end zone here, and we do that here at the end of this drive. Anthony Lentz there with some pressure. Trevor Tribe on some pressure too on the quarterback. At this point, I believe there's about 25 seconds left on the clock, somewhere around in there, 20 seconds. They don't like to throw it a lot, but they do have the ability to throw it. I think there's 2.5 seconds left right here. Looks like they're going to go for it. We called the timeout to try to get lined up the way we wanted to. Then they change their mind. They come out and kick a field goal here, and it barely got over the crossbar. It's a good kick by the guy. but still a win for our defense to have that happen, them keep the ball, and for us to be able to keep them out of the end zone and still be up 28-23 at halftime was very big for our team.
Well, you've got them on the ropes, so now we got to come out the second half and put them to sleep.
Yes, sir. We had a great offensive first half and moved the ball with a lot of success. So we want to continue doing that in the second half. And then defensively, we're going to make adjustments, and we do. Coach Turnbow, Coach Blosser, Coach Hardy, the defensive staff, they made some great adjustments at halftime because Franklin County doesn't score again until the very end. So the defensive staff did a great job at halftime of making adjustments.
You can definitely see a difference between day one and today.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's like two different teams, really. They're playing more as a unit and going after it.
Yes, sir. We've changed so much from that first game at Marshall County. We learned so much from that game, both as coaches and the players. And we've become a different team. We're playing more as a unit, as you said. And when you're playing football together, you're going to be a good football team.
Well, we said all along that y'all were a better team than what we was saying at the beginning, and now you're showing the team that all of us thought you were going to be.
Yes, sir.
And that means a lot.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a short commercial, and we'll be back for the second half.
What if you could find peace of mind with Got Your Back Checking? Discover Ascend's Preferred Checking, where rewards and security are the key to a balanced financial future. Earn cash back on purchases at your favorite retailers. Plus, our ID theft protection, card patrol, and extra security mean your finances stay safe and sound. Open or upgrade to an Ascend Preferred Checking account and see what's possible.
As a 5-star rated bank with locations in Bedford and Moore counties, First Community Bank has been the bank of choice for over 25 years for both families and businesses. Customers openly place their faith in the leadership of the bank that provides multiple services, each designed to provide solutions for the needs of every customer. Services like mobile banking is just one example.
I just bought a horse with mobile banking.
When asked what customers like best about First Community Bank, they answered,
I like the service here, and I like the people.
The professional service that they give us down here.
They support youth sports.
Community-oriented and customer-minded, the solution to all of your banking needs is a short ride or a simple phone call away. Take that first step to a community-minded bank. Call 931-684-5800 or stop by one of their locations today. First Community Bank, a community leader.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
31W Insulation offers custom look garage doors to enhance the appearance of your home. These are beautiful, durable, and energy efficient doors. Give your home the fresh, classic, distinctive look it deserves. From rural to rustic artistry, 31W Insulation has what you're looking for. Visit us online at 31W.com to see how we can make beautiful and affordable improvements to your home.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
We get the ball to start the second half here.
And another onside kick.
Yes, sir. Every chance they had, they were onside kicking it. We just kind of like the first half. You want to come out and see if they're doing anything different. We really didn't need to make a whole lot of adjustments. from the first half. We had so much success on offense. So we come out, we're going to do the same thing. I tell the kids, you come back, give us information after that first drive and let us figure out what's going on here. Got a penalty right there, late hit on the quarterback. Mason there on the keeper. Franklin County did a good job on that one. Mason does a good job of letting the defense get set, seeing what they're giving us. Michael Eddings with another big run there. Great block on the outside by Trayvon Smith, Marcus Bryson, and Sente Muse. Michael punches it in there. That's a great way to open up the second half and go up 35-23 there. Again, Noah Mason there kicking off, trying to kick it away from some of their skill guys. They have some talented guys back there. We don't want them getting the ball. Said earlier, Coach Turnbow, our defensive coordinator, did a great job of making adjustments here at halftime, and we come out, do a much better job in the second half on defense. Kids responded well to his adjustments, and we were able to play much better defense the second half, much more physical defense as well.
Kyle's making a good defensive coach, isn't he?
He is. That's kind of his personality too. He's a very fiery guy, and Coach Blossers, who our defensive line coach, he's a fiery guy also. Coach Hardy, who coaches the defensive backs, he's fiery. So all of the fiery guys are on the defensive side of the ball, and you know, that always helps. And Coach Barsh, who's our offensive line coach, myself, I coach the quarterbacks, and Coach Kerry Thompson coaches the receivers. We're all a little more laid back, I guess you could say.
Well, you got some running backs that aren't laid back.
No, sir, they're not at all.
They're on the fiery side of the ball, too.
Yes, sir, they are. We get a penalty there on the first play of this drive. Receiver went out of bounds and then was the first one to come back in and touch it. Put us behind the chains a little bit there. First time we had to punt all night, so we were missing a guy just because we hadn't had to do it all night, and they weren't really ready for it, I don't guess. I was hoping we wouldn't have to. I never want to punt. Noah Mason is the punter. He did a great job right there to pin them deep. He's gotten better and better as the years went on at his punting. Again, defense does a great job here to not give them anything.
Were you cutting off a lot of their runs that they were getting earlier?
Yes,
now
sir.
They're not. They're stopping them.
Our kids say once we settled down and they fixed the problems we were having, we had a lot more success stopping them. We're forcing them to punt here. Michael Imes, who's our middle linebacker, he's kind of our quarterback of the defense there. He did a good job getting everybody lined up where they're supposed to be in the second half. We get the ball back. We definitely want to take some time off the clock here, drive it down, score. Tyler Bailey again, back in there at running back, receivers and the offensive line. Everybody's doing a great job of blocking. And you see, there's a good look at the movement we're getting right there by that offensive line.
Take them to the bus.
There's our counter play. Trevor Tribe, Jake Patterson pulling around there. We like to get those. We've got some athletic guys on the line, so we like to do some stuff where we're pulling guys and letting them use their athletic ability. There's one where Mason got baited a little bit into pulling that one. Still does a good job to fight to get back to the line of scrimmage there. We want to avoid negative plays at all costs. Another catch by O.J. Davis. Him and Mason have a good quarterback-receiver relationship. Their timing's very good. which Mason and the receivers, they work all winter on throwing, catching. They work so hard on their own, and they do a great job of working hard all year long. Here we're rolling out there. Mason tries to squeeze it in there, ends up just having to throw it away, which is a smart play on first down.
Well, I am impressed with the way that line is playing.
This is probably their best game this year. We ran for over 300 yards last week against Giles, and to put back-to-back 300-plus yards rushing is always good. Here we get them on a 2 count there, get them to jump off sides going into the fourth quarter. We feel like we're definitely in control of the game. If we can punch it in right here, we'll make it really tough on them to come back. Again, great blocking, great run by Michael to finish and get in the end zone. Just ran so hard all night long. This offseason, I told him last year he never broke tackles when we played, and just kind of joked with him about that the whole offseason, and that's something that he's took a lot of pride in this year, is to break tackles, and he broke several tackles in this game.
Well, they're documented right here.
Good job by our guys to get him down right there. They had a small crease there to run through, and at this point in the game, we just want to minimize what they get on the return there and keep them, make them drive the field, and that's what the special teams did. Good pressure there by our defensive line. Get in there, keep him to a 1-yard gain. Again, defense doing a great job in the second half.
Well, their offensive line is having a time dealing with your defense, and that's a good thing.
Yes, sir. They did.
More pressure on the backfield.
We force another punt here. Had to bring Jamal Harden. He played quite a bit. I mentioned his name earlier on offense. He played quite a bit on defense the second half. Trayvon Smith had a little bit of an ankle injury, so probably could have gone, but Jamal's a good player, came in and was able to rest Trayvon. Now we're just trying to kill the clock here. We want to put a good drive together and finish the game right here at the end. Offensive line still doing a great job. Michael running it hard. Receivers doing a great job on the outside. Here's a great run by Michael, breaking tackles, and he ends up getting into the end zone. We would have liked to have taken more time off the clock, but, you know, anytime you can score touchdowns, you'll take it.
Take the 6.
Yes, sir.
Every time.
After we gave up that kick return for a touchdown, the kick coverage team does a much better job. Kickers do a good job of placing the ball. I believe that was Micah Thompson in there kicking that one. Same thing here. We just want to make them have to drive the field here. We're starting to mix in a few of our younger guys in now. Will Warner, who's a backup quarterback, he's in there now. Backup linebacker. I believe I saw David Rutledge in there, who's a young guy too. We think a lot of those guys. There's Jamal Harden on the tackle. Darius Young in now. Torrey Wells, Tyler Hallen in. They went for it on fourth down. We stopped them. We get some of our younger guys in here on offense. Jamal Harden, who played earlier in the game, breaks a long run. Will Warner in at quarterback now. getting closer to the end of the game here, just trying to milk the clock, take as much time as we can. Actually starts raining here while we have the ball, and it is a cold rain, and it did not feel too good. I think they told us after the game it was the only spot on the radar where it was raining. Chris McLean there on the handoff. He's super fast guy. He's small, but he's very fast. He's been a good player for us.
Yeah, he looks like one of them little bumblebees running around in there, buddy, where you can dart in and out.
He is quick now. Tyler Howland, Miles Wilson there on our counter play. Chase Williams in at center now, Elijah McGee at tackle, and Jack Mitchell at right guard. Got David Rutledge at receiver. There you can see the rain starting to really come down a little bit there. We went for it on 4th down, just trying to run the clock out. They get the ball back here. Again, we've got some of our younger guys in there. They hit a couple of long runs on us right here. Defense does, especially for these young guys going against their first group. They do a great job right here of making them earn it instead of just, making it easy or letting them have it easy and getting in the end zone. They make it tough for them. They end up having to go for it on 4th down, I believe, down here, and take most of the time off the clock. I think when they finally do score, there's about 5 seconds left. So good job here by our defense. There's Tequila Alvin in there finishing up a tackle. These young guys, they're the future of the program. Good to get them some experience, and especially in a district game, because next year we'll be counting on a lot of those guys.
Well, that's good when a coach has that opportunity and he puts them out. And he could have probably left the first team in there and maybe scored again, but instead of that, he brings some of his other players in, give them playing time, give them confidence. And from what I can see, they did good.
Got several freshmen out there on the kick team, and that's their first action probably ever in a varsity game, and they onside kicked again, and we ended up getting it. So I was proud of those freshmen that went out there, not to be too
intimidated.
Panicky. Yeah, they didn't seem intimidated. They wanted out there, so you got to love that as a coach.
Hey, when you get the young players out there and they do well, that's good, because when they come to practice this week, now they're after that other position. They want to move up in the lineup.
Yes, sir, and with the numbers we have, we don't have a whole lot of players. We've got a lot of good players, but we don't have huge numbers. Those guys, they could be called on at any time. We tell them all the time they're one play away. So we coach those guys just like, we coach the first team, because you never know when they're going to be called on.
Well, who's next?
We have Lincoln County next, at Lincoln County. It's another big, yes sir, the Pit, another big district game, rivalry game. It'll be tough. They're always physical, so we've got to be physical on both sides of the ball and play smart football and keep it rolling. We've got it going pretty good right now, but we can't take any weeks off now. We've got to play for 4 quarters from here on out. If we want to repeat as district champs, we've got to play like we want it.
Well, some good information for the parents and the fans that are going. Be sure to take a cushion. Those stands get awfully hard over there.
Well, I've never been in the stands over there, so
well,
I'll
it's
take
concrete.
your word for
I'm telling you, it gets kind of rough.
We'd love to have a big crowd over there. It being a district game, our kids love it when we have a lot of people there, and the coaches appreciate it. It means a lot to the team when we have a big crowd and a good crowd. So we've appreciated all the people who've come to our game. So we'd love to see a big crowd down there next week.
Fan support is an advantage.
It is.
Always remember that.
It is.
Well, Coach, I don't know if you'll be back next week. Jimmy's going to come back, so I'm not going to have to be here, but maybe Coach Hardy will be home.
I'm not sure who Tennessee plays next week. He may be gone again. If so, I'll do it again. But, he should be back next week.
But we'd love to have you.
Yes,
Till
sir.
then, folks, see you next week.